Hello students, welcome you all again to a class of English. And today the topic which I have taken for you is one of the writing skills. As we know that the writing skills are very important for all of us. If we have the command on the writing skills, then it would be so nice for us and we can write anything. As we know that if we talk about the writing skills, there are two types of writing skills. One, those come under the category of long compositions, and the other one which falls in the category of small compositions. And today I have taken a piece of small composition that is one of the most important topic, and this one is notice writing. So first of all, dear students, we must know that what is a notice writing and what is its purpose. Why do we need to write it down, and to whom we write down, to whom it addresses. So first of all, we must know that notice it is a written or a printed piece of information that is targeted for a specific group of people. It usually covers an event, an inauguration, a function, and general instructions. So, while writing down the notice or while framing a notice, there are key points that we need to keep in mind. The first one, the ideal length of notice is 50 words or around 50 words. It may be 40 words, more than 40 words, but an ideal notice writing should not cross more than 50 words. So only relevant points need to be addressed. Students, when we frame or we compose any of the notice writing, then we need to give only the relevant information. We don't provide any personalized information, so we need to be very precise and very specific while framing the notice. So present the notice in proper format. We know that for every writing skill, even we can say that most of the writing skills have their own formats. The same with the notice writing. So try to write notice in indirect speech or in passive voice. We know that in indirect speech or in passive voice, because notice is always used for a specific purpose where the object is more important than the doer. So it will be better to write down in passive voice form to make it more relevant, more impressive. And the next thing that we need to keep in mind, don't use personal pronouns like I and we. I've already told you that don't include any personal information. Don't use the pronouns like I or we. Rather, it would be better if we start the notice writing with the passive voice form to make it more impressive, to make it more good for others to read and to see. So, now we'll talk about the format of notice writing. What are the points that are to be included, what is to be done, and what is not to be written. So let's discuss the format of notice writing. So the very first thing, we have to write down the name of the organization, school, institute, etc. And then immediately by line we write down the word notice in capital letters, and preferably it would be better write down the name of the organization in all caps, and then left hand side the date of the notice, and it should have one line space, and after immediately that In middle, in between, there would be the title, the heading or the headline of the notice writing. That what is a subject, what is a title. Suppose if your school or your institution has organized a trip for your class or for the employees, then in accordance to that, the monitor or one of the employer is asked to frame the notice. Then what is the notice about? This would be the notice regarding trip. So the title, the headline should be the catchy one, should not consist more than 4 to 5 words. So the name of the organization should be written in capital letters, and immediately after that, byline, the word notice must be mentioned. Then left hand side, there would be the date of the notice. Then in middle, after leaving a one line space, there would be a title, heading or headline. And then most important, the content, or we can say the body of the notice writing. As in the initial, at the initial level, we have discussed that the notice writing should not consist more than 50 words. So the content should be the relevant one, should not contain any personalized information, and most preferably it should be written in passive voice form. And after that, there would be the signature of the person or of the authority or of the concerned official or the person who has drafted the notice, and after that his name and designation, whether he is a principal, teacher, monitor, student, secretary, or any other one. So the designation is a must to mention. And one more important thing about the format of notice writing, the notice writing is always kept, a notice is always kept in a box. It should have a box, it should be closed in the box. So now we'll discuss that what should be the content of notice, or what should be added on in the body of the notice. The first thing we need to keep in mind about the WH family, that what, who, where, when, what to do, and whom. What, that what is the notice about, who it is addressed to, where is the event going to be held, what to do, the instructions are written related to the notice, and whom to contact or get in touch with. So the body of the notice would contain the first one, that what is the notice about, who it is addressed to, where is the event, and when is the event going to happen. The instructions are written related to the notice, and whom to contact or get in touch with. Suppose, as I have taken you the example, I have taken example of the trip. So what is the notice about? The notice is about the trip. And suppose if we talk about, this is about the school trip, so it will address to particular students, particular class, or it may address to the whole students. So where is the event, where is the trip going, when, what is the duration, what is the venue, what is the date, and the instructions, the amount, the precautions, the other instructions, then what to carry, what not to carry, where to stay, consent letter, permission from the parents, amount to whom to deposit, to whom contact either the class teacher or the trip in charge. So this kind of information must be consisted in a notice. It must be mentioned in the notice, because if any point will be missing, then the notice would be somewhere or somewhat incomplete and would not furnish the complete information. So dear students, I hope you have a fair enough idea that what is a notice and what is its format, what are the things that we need to keep in mind, what are the key points, what should included in the notice and what should be avoided. So let's do a quick recapitulation. The first one, that the notice is a printed or a written form and is basically targeted for a specific person or persons. And if we talk about the key points, then no personalized information should be furnished, no usage of personal pronouns. It would be better if the passive voice tenses be used. And then if we talk about the format, the notice is always kept in a box, and the first thing we write down the name of the organization or the school or the institution in capital letters, and then byline notice in capital letters. Then at the left hand side, after giving one line space, the date of the notice. Then after leaving one line, then it would be the headline or heading or the subject of the notice. Then there would be the content or the body of the notice writing. So as we have discussed, then body of the notice would include that what is the notice about, whom it is addressed to, where is the event going to held, when is the event, means duration, venue, time, all these should be included. Then the instructions are mentioned clearly, and for that, to whom to contact or to whom we should need be in touch. So if all these points will be included in the notice writing, then definitely you will get good marks. And in the next class we'll discuss more about the notice writing.